This is the new Ineos Grenadier. This is a BMW powered new style modern Defender. The owner of this company was ashamed that the Defender production ended, and he always was a big fan of Defender. He wanted to recreate it in a modern design. This isn't your typical soft ride SUV. It actually is more rugged and drives more like a truck. The company actually dubbed this as a station wagon, but this thing is loaded with features. It's powered by a BMW B58. If you know what that is, you know that's a good engine from BMW, one of their better ones. But it has the Defender look with very modern designs. Fully spec'd out examples like these are upwards of $90,000, but you can get them, they start around 78, but can go up to 90. Plenty of great little features all around. The flags, this. Got the handlebars up here. Everything about this vehicle is just loaded. It's got the G Wagon type doors. But the interior, that's what kind of does it for these people. You get the typical BMW shift knob right there, the last gens. iDrive system, but it's got its own look to it. But just look at this. It's like we're driving in a helicopter cockpit. You have the independent sunroofs and all these switches. I mean, that's cool. You got auxiliary stuff, off-road modes, lights. It's fully loaded. This thing is awesome with the interior. And it's durable and solid. It's not like you get in these new German cars where they make all the creak sounds. Everything in this car is solid. Heated seats, but everything makes you feel like you're flying a plane. You got high, lock, low. You've got a compass. Everything about this vehicle is just well designed and heavy duty. This was made for off-road. It's a little weird getting in and out of. It's kind of high up, but definitely if you're going to get one, it needs running boards. But one cool feature that differs from the original Defenders is the split rear. So you got the ladder right here, of course. Open up the back. It's a split door. That's pretty cool. How we open this one, there's a lever right behind it. The space in the back gives it its own unique look. That's the thing, these split rears. LEDs all around, which is awesome too. At night, these look great. Everyone is stopping wherever you go to ask about this. Have the great off-road tires with bead locks. Sitting in the driver's seat is a little different. Everything is pretty heavy duty though, so it's like I said, it's like you're flying a plane. This is not like driving a typical car. It's quite the experience. But sitting in the driver's seat, there's nothing right here. They've kind of gone for that Tesla approach where everything's in the screen. But I'm surprised by this. They did do the BMW stick right here, which I'm surprised they didn't put that in the screen. But they wanted it to feel more like an off-road experience, so I'm guessing that's why they kept that, because otherwise it would have went in the screen. So ESC off, downhill mode, differential locks up here. Look at that, the dimensions of it, that's pretty cool. Off-road modes. Exterior lighting, lights right here, power on. You can actually shut the kill switch off to the car up here. Different auxiliary things. You open this up too. This is awesome. And you just push it up like that, it locks, and you get that fresh breeze in there. But yeah, dual independent screens like that. How cool is that? Make them close, you just push them back in. They crush your fingers. This is basically the new Defender. They're taking off down here in Florida. You don't see this very often too. Old school handbrake. They're all electric now, not this. Have the auto stop button. All your climate controls are these hard buttons. Just even the most simple things makes it look like it's a production, you know, flying a plane. But check this out. You got the horn. You got a little toot button right here. See that toot? There's a little toot. Volume controls for songs, okay. Typical steering wheel controls. Everything in this car is pretty much the same as a normal car, just they did their own spin on it. They did these heavy duty buttons to make it feel like you're flying a plane, basically. This is like a helicopter cockpit. It's pretty cool, so it makes the driving experience. This is for someone who wants a nice driving experience. If you're a huge Defender fan and you can't afford those resto mods that are upwards of $100,000 to $200,000, these cars are great for you. They still are a bit pricey. They're coming to the States more. They're 70 to 90 grand, depending on the specs you do. This example is spec'd out, so it's up there. But yeah, these cars, they're awesome. You want to go off-roading, this is actually an off-road vehicle. It does drive stiff. This isn't like a G Wagon experience. This isn't like driving those GLSs or anything. This is a stiff car meant for off-roading. I've driven plenty of loaded Broncos and loaded Jeeps. This is up there in that category, but this one can actually handle the terrains. I'd say right now, Wranglers are on the bottom of the list. Broncos are up there, and then this is top tier. You can't really beat this. Between the mix of the off-roading, the design of it, the capabilities. The Bronco is a great car, but this just knocks it out of the park. This makes them look lame, because the Jeep was the only one for a while. Then they brought back the Bronco. Now this came out, you cannot beat this vehicle. It has this old school flip key, but it's like wicked springy. You can hurt someone with that. And it goes in right here. It's just a mix of old school and new school. It's so crazy how this car is. I think this thing's gonna be huge here. Everyone loves boxy cars in America. You know, they drop everything for G Wagons and stuff. At our dealer, the only people that actually pull in and stop and look at cars are people with boxy cars. We had a couple Broncos out there, a Bronco Raptor. People would actually pull in to look at them. Any other car you put out there, no one's stopping to pull in and look at cars. Everyone likes boxy cars. That's the new thing. Grenadier. Let's see, it says it everywhere. Grenadier. Fieldmaster. Woo. What else is this car? That's the Ineos logo. It's a weird logo. Kind of reminds you of Renault? I don't know. These are popular over in Europe right now too. But it says it everywhere in this car, even on the top, which is typical. I like the rims on this, the bead locks and all that. Pretty rugged. What do they put on here? BF Goodrich tires, Baja Champion. I don't know, those good tires. Ineos. That's one of their logos. Look at these vents in the back too. Just all these little details around this car is great. Built. That's where it's built. There's the flag. I love all the black accents and like the little bolts everywhere. It just feels so old school. Ineos. Got the marker lights right there. Let's pop the hood. This hood is open. Pull twice. Let's see how long it takes me to find the latch on this one. Always have a hard time doing a hood open for the first time. This one was pulled twice. Let's see if the latch is hard to find. No latch. No way. No shocks on that. So this one's got the old school. Put the stick right there. So this is a BMW B58. Let's see if we can find any BMW on it. Made in Germany from the Radiator Sport. Oh, there we go. Powered by BMW. The best German engines. I think this is the same one they put in the Supra. So everyone loves this engine. I'm not sure if they've done anything to it like Toyota did to the Supra, but runs great, drives great. Let's see, there's a BMW logo right there. Let's find any more BMW logos in this. I don't see any. It makes sense that the company chose to do a BMW engine in the beginning, because it's hard to design an engine from scratch, and they had to focus on designing these cars. So they did the right thing, I think. Maybe they'll do their own engine one day, but B58, that's a great motor if you know. All right, let's go for a test drive, see how we like it. Got the key out, gonna start it up. Starts right up, BMW power. Put it in reverse, has parking sensors, it's beeping at me. So when you put it in reverse, this is what your screen you're greeted with. Kind of a low res camera. It's not the end of the world. I mean, if you know how to use your mirrors on an off-road vehicle, you should. You'll be fine. All right, Put it in drive, typical BMW. Put it in drive. Actually, that's really solid. That's almost kind of like driving a G Wagon. My seatbelt on. We'll get it on the main road now. You know what this is like driving? This is like driving the pre-2019 refresh G Wagons. They feel small in the front, a little loose steering. This is, to me, that's an identical driving experience. Pre-19 G Wagons. This is what it feels like. It is a little bit better than that because they were kind of rough because they haven't updated them in a million years. But this is what it drives like. A little funky. It's not that bad because I like to drive like this on the highway. So it's not the end of the world that, but it's different. I don't like not having my speedometer there. I don't like licking right over. Oh, and every time you go a little over the speed limit, it does the blinker sound and it yells at you. That I'm not a big fan of. So every time you go a mile over the speed limit, this thing clicks at you like it's the blinker. Zippy. After a while, the clicking's back, so it does this weird clicking sound. It goes every time, but it is zippy enough. Little loose steering though. Yeah, you definitely gotta. It's weird. It's not like your typical planted car. Like, you almost gotta kind of keep twisting the wheel, fine tuning it. So far driving it, I think you definitely could use this as a commuter. I always tell people who want to buy Jeeps, don't buy a Jeep if you're going on the highway every day. Those nubby tires will kill you. You have to put highway tread ones on, and even then, it's still kind of a rough ride. It's a Jeep, it's boxy. Same thing with Broncos, but Broncos are a lot smoother. If you're gonna daily a Bronco, I would rather you daily a Bronco. But this, yeah, you could daily this every day. This is a great car. Driving it, this is my first time actually driving it. I've only sat in it, been passenger, but this is a phenomenal ride. The turning radius is non-existent. You definitely have to do a little bit of a goose. Oh, did I make it? Oh, I made it. Didn't think I was gonna make it. Definitely have to kind of goose the gas a little bit and get a little going. You have to do a 3-point turn. The radius is a little weird in these. I'm not sure what the drivetrain's built off of. That must be a BMW one too. I'll have to look into that. But yeah, you could commute this car. It's full of comfort feature. Has a nice leather interior. If you're going for looks and performance and speed and standing out, yeah, you could daily this all day. This is like Mercedes status, no problem. Definitely, people want this car. I haven't been stopped, but our friend that's driven this car out, he got stopped the other day a couple times. People ask about it. Everyone always asks about it. That's where we got it. There are a couple dealers are popping up down south in Florida, so we get to drive one. But yeah, I love this thing. I drive this thing. I thought the Bronco was cool, so I just started liking the Bronco after I drove it. I don't know. That was a brief affair from liking Broncos more than Jeeps, but nope, this does it now. I like this. This is up there with the G Wagon. You can't beat a G63, but this is up there now. If you can't afford a G63, this is it. People are saying they're trading in their G63s for this. If you love the Defender and the old school Defender and can't afford or don't want to pay for those new resto mods that are old and stuff, this is the car. It's brand new modern design Defender. That's what they're going for. 58 BMW engine, which is a 3-liter engine, boosting 292 horsepower. This model gets 15 miles to the gallon and has a top speed of 99 miles per hour, which is really good for an off-road vehicle. Who is just going to take over the Bronco and Wrangler? What do you guys think? Is this the new Jeep Wrangler or the Bronco replacement? I think it is. Might even be the G Wagon replacement. Who knows? But this thing is sick. I don't know if it's quite G63 level, but it definitely beats a G50. I don't know. I might have to get an Ineos for myself. Ineos. Alright guys, just did a quick video on the Ineos. Thought I'd show you guys how cool it is. Here in Florida now, enjoying the holiday. It's Thanksgiving today. Just wanted to show you this cool car we have. We're driving for a little bit and see what you guys think. I know it's getting a little growing in popularity, but just want to show it off and see if anyone else is interested in these things. I certainly am now. They're very cool cars, but yeah. Alright guys, have a good Thanksgiving, and we'll see you with some more cars soon.